Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be another part of sculpting my Drogon sculpt. So this is going to include the wing parts and the feet. So stay tuned. So to start off with, I'm using Monsterclay, which is a wax-based clay. And this isn't going to go hard, so just keep that in mind if you're going to use Monsterclay. So I'm starting off with sculpting the claw parts for the wing, and I've just rolled out a little sausage and cut it in two, so they're roughly the same size. And so there's really not much to the claw parts for the wing, it's just a simple tube claw, nothing hard. So I've just used a ballpoint tool to create a little well for the claw to sit in. And I'm using, it's actually a wood carving tool to make the claw have a nice straight edge. So here you can see me, I'm adding that skin texture that I showed in another video a couple of weeks ago. I'm not going to go into detail with this because you can check out that dragon skin texture video if you want to know how to do this. And I'll try and remember to link it in the description box down below so you can find it. Alright, so I initially sculpted two separate little wing parts. One was bent and one was straight. So I actually decided against using the bent ones because it just wasn't working with the anatomy. So I repurposed this into the actual feet. So half the job was done. So I probably look like a wacko right now, but what I'm doing is I'm just cutting the bent bits off, and it still has the skin texture, so I'm going to repurpose the bent bits into another claw. Alright, so just going in with that ball tool again to create another well, and I'm just digging it out a little bit with another wood carving tool. Luckily this bit's actually bigger than the other two claw pieces, so usually on a dragon's foot the middle claw is quite a lot bigger than the other two, so I think this worked quite well. Right, so I'm adding some really soft Monsterclay to the back of the toes just so I can just get the shape of the foot, nothing too serious here. I will end up doing the skin texture again, as I realised when I was sculpting I kind of ruined the skin texture, so but it's no big deal, it's just, you know, a bit more of a lengthy process. So the beauty of working with Monsterclay is when it's soft, it's really easy to work it into itself, and it's really good for people that have weak hands or have problems with arthritis and stuff like that. And also when it's hard, it's quite good when you want to carve things out, so it's really a win-win if you're going to mould it, or even if you're just practicing. So I did end up making 2 different feet because, as you can see, the little thumb joint is obviously different on both sides. So again, I had to make 2 separate molds to have the 2 different feet. So this is the most lengthy process. It's a lot of refining and building on what you already have. So, you know, getting the pattern down first off is, you know, the quickest thing you can do, but then refining everything and making it look actually like a dragon foot takes a lot of time. So these feet took me roughly 5 to 6 hours to actually sculpt, including putting all the skin on. So, you know, I might have sped it up here where it takes, you know, 10 minutes to show you, but it's actually quite a long time. Okay, so I've just skipped ahead a little bit to where I've refined it a lot more, because it took quite a few hours to just sit there and carve, you know, little bits and pieces out of the clay, so it gets pretty boring. So what I've done is I've just refined the toe bits, so they're not, you know, fat little sausage fingers. So what I'm doing now is I'm just refining the joints where the bones would be in the dragon feet. So it's, again, a lot of carving and removing clay to work out where you want the joints to be. So again, I'm just doing a quick little pass over of applying the dragon skin. You know, I have that separate video which you can check out. It is, you know, pretty fiddly. It took a really long time for me to get the skin on and finding bits and pieces that fit together. And again, I haven't sped up this part just so you can sort of get an understanding of how long it actually took me to put the skin on. So I might just mention that little pink thing on the left there is actually a craft heat gun, and that just helps me to melt the Monsterclay in small little sections, just so I can just fix up some scales and you know, blend some things together. So sometimes it's pretty handy to have a little something that can melt. Alright, that is it from me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, smash that thumbs up and subscribe. If you use this tutorial for anything or any of my other tutorials, let me know, and I can check out your work and maybe even repost it. Also, let me know in the comments down below if you want me to do a video on anything, and I guess I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!